Hey, you guys, we made it. Welcome to day 31 of our March Madness practice questions. Listen, we made it, but as promised, I'm going to keep it going for y'all. Y'all know before I get into any content, I like to do my introduction and disclaimer, so let's get into it. For those of you who are familiar with me, hey y'all. For those of you who are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Dr. Brittany Weinstock. I am a family nurse practitioner, and I am the founder and CEO of the Nursing Studio. I provide resources, tools, courses, and videos to assist nurses as well as nurse practitioners with success on boards as well as in practice. I've been doing this since 2015, assisting nurse practitioners internationally, and I would love to help you as well. You know, I like to give the disclaimer that we know there's no absolutes in medicine. We treat on a patient by patient basis, and any of these questions that I provide are based on the guidelines that are currently being tested on the ANCC as well as AANP. Anything that I'm teaching on about practice guidelines, I will say that so there's no confusion, okay? All right, with that being said, let's get into question number one for today. Number one states, a patient presents to the office with complaints of pain under their arm. Upon examination, the nurse practitioner notes pustules to the axilla region. The nurse practitioner diagnoses the patient with hidradenitis suppurativa. The patient notes a penicillin allergy. Based on this diagnosis, how should the nurse practitioner treat? Is it A, augmentin, B, amoxicillin, C, doxycycline, or D, azithromycin? Take a moment and tell me what you have in the comments. All right. You know, I always recommend reading the stem of the question first. So here the stem states, based on this diagnosis, how should the nurse practitioner treat? All right, you know, if we're treating something, we have to figure out what the diagnosis is, what the assessment is. Here is already provided for us that a nurse practitioner has diagnosed this patient with hidradenitis suppurativa, right? So with that, you need to start thinking of how do we treat this. It notes that the patient does have a penicillin allergy. So your best answer here is C, doxycycline. All right, so let's think about it. With hidradenitis suppurativa, these patients have pustules to different regions and they can be painful, especially like in the axilla region under their arms. When they're putting their arms down, it can be sore. The two initial treatment options are your augmentin or your doxycycline. Here it states the patient has a penicillin allergy, so you know they can't have augmentin, right? Because augmentin is amoxicillin plus clavulanic acid, so you can't give that. You know, amoxicillin is penicillin, so we can eliminate that. So C is your best answer, doxycycline. Okay. Question number two. Miss Smith presents to the office today with complaints of urgency and urinary frequency. She is 20 weeks pregnant. The nurse practitioner diagnoses a complicated UTI. The patient denies any allergies. What is not an appropriate treatment option? Is it A, macrobid, B, ciprofloxacin, C, Bactrim, or D, augmentin? Take a moment and tell me what you have in the comments. All right, stem of the question states the patient denies any allergies. What is not an appropriate treatment option? You know, we like to read stem of the questions for purposes just like this. You know, I tell you so it can allow you to slow down, right? And make sure that you're answering what they are truly asking. This says, what is not an appropriate treatment option? Your best answer here is C, Bactrim, because hey, this person has an UTI. It is complicated because why? This patient is pregnant, right? So you know we're talking uncomplicated versus complicated UTI. That really we categorize it so that we can know the duration of the treatment, right? So instead of treating for 3 days, you can treat for 7 to 10. Okay, but here with pregnant patients, we know we do not give Bactrim, right? Because we don't give sulfameds to pregnant patients. And Bactrim is a what? Sulfamide, right? So that was the key here. When it says what is not an appropriate treatment, it will be C, Bactrim, because she's 20 weeks pregnant. All right. And question number three on our last day of March Madness. This question states the nurse practitioner and NP student are discussing the gold standard diagnostic for temporal arteritis. What shows an appropriate understanding? Is it A, head CT, B, temporal artery biopsy, C, x ray, or D, no gold standards for this? Take a moment and tell me what you have in the comments. All right, you guys, stem of the question states, what shows appropriate understanding? All right, so what are we even talking about here? They're discussing temporal arteritis. They want to know what is appropriate for the gold standard diagnostic exam for this. Is it head CT? No. B, temporal artery biopsy? Yes. That is the gold standard diagnostic exam for temporal arteritis. B, temporal artery biopsy. All right, you guys, I hope that you found this helpful. I appreciate you guys sticking around with me. I may need to do a little drawing for y'all since we made it through this and it's Easter, right? But y'all sticking through and going through the questions along with me through 31 days. I love the participation. I love how well y'all are doing, and I can see the progress. And like I said, I will continue this on. So y'all continue on the ride here. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't so that you can get the notifications. But we're going to keep this going since that y'all are finding it helpful. And I appreciate you. But yeah, maybe I'll do a drawing for a discount on a session or something. Yeah. So when I do the April question, I will note what that drawing consisted of for March. Okay. All right, so let me think on that one and I'll get back to you guys. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with whomever you may think may find this beneficial. And if you need us for any of our services, our review courses, self-paced one online at any time, or if you need any of our review books, either the ebook or the paperback that will be shipped to your home, or if you would like to do a one-on-one session with me, Dr. Brittany, to work on any of your weak areas or to do a custom package to bring you from being unsuccessful to successful on boards, just shoot the nursing studio a call at 803 400 6864 or shoot us an email at the nursing studio, the number one, at gmail.com. But as always, happy studying. Bye, y'all.